Shri Shuka Uvacha. Shri Shuka Uvacha. 10.3.1.
कालः परमशोभनः यर्येवाजनं जन्नश्चं शान्तशं गृहतारकम्
श्रीशुकोवाच
श्रीशुकोवाच
सर्वगुणापेतः कालः परमशोभनः यदि एव जनार्दनः सन्तोषका गणकारकम् श्रीशुकोवाच
दिशः प्रसेदुर्गगनं निर्मलो दुगुणोदयम् महीमङ्गलभूयिष्ठा पुरा ग्रामाव्रजाकरा नद्यः प्रसन्नसलिला हृदा जलारुहाश्रियः द्विजालिकुलसन्नादा तव कावनराजयः ववौ वायुसुखास्पर्शः पुण्यगन्धवः शुचिः अग्नयश्च द्विजातीनम् अग्नयश्च द्विजातीनां शान्तस्तत्र समन्धिता मनांसि आसन प्रसन्नानि साधूनाम् असुराध्रुहाम् जायमाने अजने तस्मिन् नेदुर्दुन्दुभया समम् Thereafter, at the auspicious time for the appearance of the Lord, the entire universe was surcharged with all the qualities of goodness, beauty and peace. The constellation Rohini appeared as the stars like Ashwini. The sun, the moon, other stars and planets are very peaceful. All direction appeared extremely pleasing, and the beautiful star twinkled in the cloudless sky. Decorated with towns, villages, mines and pasturing ground, the earth seemed all auspicious. The rivers flowed with clear water, and the lakes and vast reservoirs full of lilies and lotuses were extraordinarily beautiful. In the trees and green plants full of flowers and leaves, pleasing to the eyes, birds like cuckoos and swarms of bees began chanting with sweet voices for the sake of the demigods. A pure breeze began to blow, pleasing the sense of the touch and bearing the aroma of the flowers. And when the Brahmanas, engaging in ritualistic ceremonies, ignited their fires according to Vedic principles, the fire burned steadily, undisturbed by the breeze. Thus, when the birthless Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was about to appear, the saints and Brahmanas, who had always been disturbed by demons like Kamsa and his men, felt peace within the core of their heart, and the kettle drum simultaneously vibrated from the upper planetary system. Yes, Supriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that his appearance, birth, and activities are all transcendental, and that one who factually understands them is immediately eligible to be transferred to the spiritual world. The Lord's appearance or birth is not like that of an ordinary man who is forced to accept a material body according to his past deeds. The Lord's appearance is explained in the previous chapter. He appears out of his own sweet pleasure. When the time was mature for appearance of the Lord, the constellations became very auspicious. The astrological influence of the constellation known as Rohini was also predominant because this constellation is considered very auspicious. Rohini is under the direct supervision of Brahma, who is born of Vishnu, and it appears at the birth of Lord Vishnu, who in fact is birthless. According to the astrological conclusion, besides the proper situation of the stars, there are auspicious and inauspicious moments due to the different situations of the different planetary systems. At the time of Krishna's birth, the planetary system were automatically adjusted so that everything became auspicious. At that time, in all directions, east, west, south, north, everywhere, there was an atmosphere of peace and prosperity. Auspicious stars were visible in the sky and on the surface in all towns and villages or pasturing grounds, and within the mind of everyone there were signs of good fortune. The rivers were flowing full of water, and the lakes were beautifully decorated with lotus flowers. The forests were full with beautiful birds and peacocks. All the birds within the forest began to sing with sweet voices, and the peacocks began to dance with their concerts. The wind blew very pleasantly, carrying the aroma of different flowers, and the sensation of bodily touch was very pleasing. At home, the Brahmanas, who were accustomed to offer sacrifices in the fire, found their homes very pleasant for offerings. Because of disturbances created by the demonic kings, the sacrificial fire had been almost stopped in the houses of Brahmanas, but now they could find the opportunity to start the fire peacefully. Being forbidden to offer sacrifices, the Brahmanas were very distressed in mind, intelligence, and activities. But just on the point of Krishna's appearance, automatically their minds became full of joy because they could hear loud vibrations in the sky of transcendental sounds proclaiming the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. On the occasion of Lord Krishna's birth, seasonal changes took place throughout the entire universe. Krishna was born during the month of September, yet it appeared like springtime. The atmosphere, however, was very cool, although not chilly, and the rivers and the reservoirs appeared just as they would be in Sharat, the fall. Lotuses and lilies blossomed during the day, but although Krishna appeared at 12 o'clock midnight, the lilies and lotuses were in bloom, and thus the wind blowing at that time was full of fragrance. Because of Kamsa's disturbances, the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies had almost stopped. The Brahmanas and the saintly kings could not execute the Vedic rituals with peaceful minds. But now the Brahmanas were very pleased to perform their daily ritualistic ceremonies undisturbed. The business of the Asuras is to disturb the Suras, the devotees and the Brahmanas. But at the time of Krishna's appearance, these devotees and the Brahmanas were undisturbed. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Ashat Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Shuka Uvacha Ata Sarva Gunopetaha Kalah Paramashobanaha Yarhi Eva Jana Janmaksham Shanta Raksha Grihatarakam. Thereafter, the auspicious time for the appearance of the Lord, the entire universe surcharged with all the qualities of goodness, beauty, and peace. Hare Krishna. Audio is clear? So there is a meditation done on the appearance of Krishna. This is from the Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 3rd chapter. Prabhupada did the first few chapters of the Bhagavatam till the 4th chapter of the 10th canto. Remaining were continued by disciples. Just like, say, Prime Minister is appearing, I hope when we have the temple inauguration, we will have some big dignitary. So what happens? Everything is changed. Suddenly the roads will be repaired. Suddenly all the cleaning will start appearing. Like I heard in Delhi now, there is G20 meeting, whole city is being cleaned up, slums are being closed, what all is happening. So similarly, when Krishna appearing, all the devatas get into work. The seasons are being adjusted. They are making the place fully air conditioned. It's cool but not chilly. Everything is being changed. The lotuses are blooming in the night, which is, it should not, it happens in the daytime. Everything is getting adjusted. The moon, that's not the time. It is Ashtami, but it is fully ready, fully blooming, like Purnima. Now, so many things are getting adjusted. All the devatas are getting ready with their drums, with their kartals. Just imagine. So spacious. And for us who are beginning a spiritual life, we can take how much attention is being played by everybody. Whole universe, the seasons, even the planets, certain situations are auspicious. Everything is being adjusted. Everything should be auspicious. So much care is being taken by the devatas. Why? Supreme Lord is appearing. So we previous chapter we read how all the devatas went and offered prayers to see Vishnu is come. They do see. Brahma sees Vishnu very regularly. Whenever he has any problem, he goes to the shores of Shira, ocean, Shirodakshay Vishnu, shores of milk ocean. And he offers prayers, various prayers to the Lord. And that is how the Lord came. He went with Mother Earth to offer prayers. The situation is very difficult. So, all the devatas are in awe. They do see Vishnu sometimes when they offer prayers, sometimes they get darshan of Vishnu. But Krishna, and particularly the Krishna which will going to show the Vrindavan pastimes, is very, very, very rare. In fact, when Krishna goes to Vrindavan and the devatas come to see him, they get confused. Indra comes to see him, he gets confused, and Krishna has to lift a Govardhan to convince him. He is not able to understand he is the Supreme Lord. Brahma goes to see him because the devotion, why they getting confused totally? Because the devotion of the devatas is mixed with awe and reverence. Even in Mathura, you see the picture and Dwaraka, when Krishna is walking, all the residents are going down, they are taking Krishna with great respect as the Supreme Lord. But in Vrindavan, the awe and reverence is removed. Krishna makes the devotees forget his position so that the great intimacy follows and the sweetest pleasure is manifest. So because we are used to see, any important personality is there, we are used to see he will be so much opulence, with attention. But Krishna allows himself he goes inside the protection of his devotees. Now, this behavior of Krishna is very, very extraordinary. So very difficult to see this, understand this form of the Lord. Very difficult. In fact, in general public also, the pastimes of Krishna are very difficult to understand. But anyway, we see here, at least Devatas will not comment on the pastimes of the Lord. They know his position. They know the exalted position of the Lord. They're offering prayers to him and so many ways. So why is it that appearance of Krishna is so auspicious for the world? When Krishna left the planet, he liberated everybody. Can anybody do that? We cannot liberate ourselves. Forget of liberating them. He emptied the whole universe by his compassion. All the living entities finally are his children. He forgave them for all their activity. Chalo. Can anybody do that? Liberate the whole universe by his immense compassion. When Lord Rama came, he liberated Ayodhya. The whole Ayodhya went with him. But Lord Krishna liberates the whole universe. So it's very simple to understand. He was all auspicious. If people have an idea what is God, they have so many imaginations. Krishna personally gave the presentation of full-fledged personality of God. Krishna doesn't act like anything. Krishna acts like the Supreme Lord. And he's free. And he enacts his pastimes, which give us a complete picture of God. With all the 64 qualities are manifest. So we all living entities, when we hear the activities of Krishna, not only at that moment Krishna came and solved the immediate problem. There was some problem. Dharmas glani bhavati. There is Queen Kunti analyzes this, that why did Krishna appear actually? And in her prayers, she gives various reasons. Maybe he came, to save the people from the atrocities of Kamsa. Maybe Krishna came. Some people say, Queen Kunti say, he came actually to glorify the dynasty of Yadu. That's also one reason. So many reasons actually are given. He came because Vasudeva Devaki prayed for him. Yeah, that's also the reason. But actually, you see, very interesting. Vasudeva Devaki prayed, therefore he came. Kechit ahu agam jatam. She keeps praying, Queen Kunti. He came because to relieve the earth, because Bhudevi had gone and prayed that, so much suffering is happening, to relieve the earth from the burden of the suffering. But actually, Krishna came. That is, reason is very, very confidential. Just like Lord Chaitanya. The internal reason for the appearance of Lord Chaitanya and external reasons are different. External reason of Lord Chaitanya appearance, we all know, to start the Nama Sankirtana. Correct? Yagnai Sankirtana Praye Vijantihi Sumedasa. But actually, Lord Chaitanya did not come for that. Why did he come? To taste his own devotion. The devotion to Lord Krishna, Krishna wanted to taste the devotion to himself, therefore he came. Oh, so that is the actual reason. So similarly, people know the appearance of Lord Krishna, yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati. That is actually not the main reason. Krishna says that is external reason. The real reason Lord Krishna came is to leave in the world the narration of his pastimes of Vrindavan without awe and reverence. That is very, very rarely presented only in once in a day of Brahma. Just imagine, just once in a day of Brahma, say 125 years, so the first 12 years of the pastime, they are very, very, very confidential. And that is presented only once in a day of Brahma, where Krishna goes under the protection of his devotees. And these very sweet pastimes of Krishna, when his Sakya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa, Vasalya Rasa, are very, very confidential. They are generally not revealed. In other incarnations, these rasas are not available. You cannot become friend with Narasimhadeva. You cannot do that. You cannot take stick and run behind Narasimhadeva. These are not allowed. And Madhurya Rasa already Lakshmi is fixed. Even that is not allowed for public. So the happiness is very logically, the more intense the relationship, the happiness is more. So Krishna, no incarnations allow this intimacy. Now, relations are there in this world, but the relations in this world are material. They are actually reflections of our real relation with the spiritual world. So therefore, the happiness is limited in these relations. Okay? Limited happiness we get. But in the spiritual world, these relations, say in Vaikuntha, give immense happiness. Immense happiness. Because it is real. The Shanta Rasa, the Dasa Rasa, they give immense happiness. But only till that much. For living entities, nothing more than Shanta Dasya is available. It's not available for us. But in Goloka, Vasalya, Madhurya, and Sakya is available. And not only that, in Sakya also sometimes Sakya is there with awe and reverence. In Goloka, the Sakya exists without awe and reverence. So these three top rasas are available. So if you want to look for a highest happiness in this world, it is actually in Goloka. If you want to find the happiest people, material world, more than happy than tamsik or rasik, more happy than rasik are sattvic, and more happy than sattvic are those who understand Brahman. Brahmabhuta Prasannatma. But more happier than that are Vaikuntha Nivasis who taste Shanta and Dasa Rasa. But a Goloka Nivasis are even more happy because they taste real Sakya, Vasalya and Madhurya. So the highest happiness Krishna came and showed in the material world. And no other incarnations reveal this confidential nature of the Lord, where the Lord is a property of his devotees. It is not revealed. Therefore, Krishna's descent is very, very unique. Now, you any time heard about Bali Leela of any incarnation? Why? Why not Narasimha Bali Leela, Vamana Bali Leela? They were also. Even Lord Rama Bali Leela. You don't hear of Bali Leela of any incarnation, correct? Do you do small children Vesha with others? Let us do Narasimha Vesha. Let us do. We don't do also, correct? Why Krishna Vesha? Because that's the only place where the Lord showed the Bali Leela as one among the wise. Very interesting in Krishna Leela is that Krishna kills a big demon and all the gopis are clapping. And then what is happening? Krishna is dancing in their midst. The Krishna kills the Trinavata, big demon. So all the gopis, they are singing bhajan of glorification of Krishna only. Now you have killed a big demon. And Krishna as a small child is dancing in center. He is just like a toy in the hand of his devotees. Now this gives, this sweetest form of the Lord is what actually Srila Prabhupada presented to us. He gave us the sweetest form of the Lord. Prabhupada used to say, Krishna is so wonderful actually. He totally enchants. The sweetest form of the Lord, isn't it? The greatest personality is at the mercy of his devotees. So it's the sweetest form of the Lord. And in those relationships, the highest happiness is manifesting. And then, what is the advantage when we hear this from the parampara? Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattvataha taktva deham punarjanma neti mamati swarjanam. So if you understand these pastimes of Krishna, we do not take birth again in this world. And these pastimes are so pleasing. In fact, in the Krishna book, which is a summary of the Bhagavatam Prabhupada wrote, Prabhupada says actually, anybody hears about Krishna Leela, whoever may be, he may be an ordinary personality, he will find nice. Just like Janmashtami festival is there, a lot of people come, they see the celebration, they see the kirtan. Oh, everything is very nice, everything is very nice. But very few of them actually can do sadhana. Very few of them. Among, say, today in ISKCON temples, millions of people will visit. Correct? Some temples, more than lakh people will visit today. So how many? There are hundreds of temples. And if you say overall Krishna temples in India, the millions, hundreds of millions of people today will enter the Krishna temple. But out of that, how many are there actually who are ready under the direction of an acharya in a sampradaya to do sadhana? Very few out of them. So there are, this category is very large number. Okay? They will come, they do everything except agree to do sadhana. That requires much more seriousness. So imagine, even understanding Krishna, how much we have been made fortunate by Prabhupada. One sense, we did not even know who is Krishna. We didn't care to know. We have understood the position of Krishna, even spatial compared to Narayana. Unimaginable. Generally, people think Krishna is one of the incarnations of Vishnu. But Bhagavatam doesn't agree to that. Ete cham sakala pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the original personality. He is not one of the incarnations of the Lord. He is not avatar, he is avatari. He is the origin of all the incarnation. So we understood Krishna Tattva. And not only that, we understood and we are appreciating, we are started doing sadhana. It's not easy. You ask so many people, please sit down every day, chant. We are asking people online, please come sit and chant with us. The number is not going above 350. I thought today 1,000 will be there. Okay, everybody, all the leaders are here. At least tomorrow, Prabhupada's birthday, let us give him a gift. At least 1,000 people should come and chant. Okay? First, how many get up tomorrow morning? So now, like, Shri Shri Radha Govind ki, Shri Shri Gaunitai ki, Shri Prabhupada ki. So you imagine the fortune we got, we understood who is Krishna, and we are doing sadhana. It's not easy, I tell you, it's very difficult. Aho batos pachobi gariyana yajivagre vartate nam tubhyam. Epatapas jyosushna brahmanuchuru nam gridanti yete. Is a very famous verse from Bhagavatam. And look at this personality. We just read this verse in the third canto. Look at this personality. Aho bato supacho vigariyan yajivagre vartate nama tubhyam. How this personality has become so fortunate because of the tip of the tongue, your name has appeared, my Lord. How this personality has become so fortunate. How much fortunate Prabhupada has made us. We don't know this actually. Tapas. This person, tapas. He must have done all the tapasya to get this fortune. Juhu Sushna Arya. Juhu must have done all the yagnas. Sashnuhu must have taken bath in all the holy places. Arya, he must be a great civilized person. Brahmanuchur, he must have studied all the Shastra. How is this person become so fortunate that he is chanting the name of the Lord constantly? Because the name of the Lord sitting on the tongue is not just occasional chanting. He's chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He has developed so much faith in the name. It's not easy to get this faith that your tongue doesn't leave the holy name. It's actually a very fortunate position. And Prabhupada gave us. In fact, at the time of Srila Prabhupada, many devotees went to Prabhupada. Prabhupada read in the Shastra that you have to do all this thing to chant the holy name of the Lord. How is it that we are chanting the holy name? We have not done these activities. Had we done, we would not be born in this part of the world. These are all bhoga bhumis. We are here where all the sense gratification is indulged without any restriction. Definitely, and we were doing this. It doesn't show we had any symptoms of pura, any samskaras. How is it that now we are chanting all these things? Prabhupada said, because you are participating in the mission of the Lord Chaitanya, you got all these credits, which are difficult. So as we encourage people, just like today festival is there, we do some service, small service. Somebody is cooking for the Lord, somebody is cleaning the temple of the Lord. We do not know what we are doing. We are participating in the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is extremely powerful. It's the will and wish of the Lord that every person in the world becomes Krishna conscious. And little effort in that part, or assist somebody in that effort, will give you unlimited mercy. We don't know what we are getting. Can't we see already? We become sadhakas. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, if you can be absorbed in the Lord, and that's big, that is for the acharyas. And the next, if you cannot do that, do sadhana. And we are doing that. At least we have come to the second category, and this has all happened by our accepting the shelter of Srila Prabhupada and doing little service in this great mission. Okay, so let us continue. Already we can see the great fortune we have been discussing last few days. It's an immense fortune actually. In the world, in Kali Yuga, which is like lost, crocodile of confusions are there to swallow anybody. We got firm faith in the lotus feet of Krishna. We have been actually already blessed by Srila Prabhupada. Okay? So now let us continue this. Let us continue and get the ripened fruit, which are, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti. At least that much we have to reach. Then, if you are more fortunate, Nishtha, firm faith. Then more fortunate, Ruchi. Then still more fortunate, Asakti, Bhava. And super most fortunate, Krishna Prema. Now, our life has to be directed there. Let us not become complacent now. In Satuguna, they said there is some complacency. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Satuguna, there is a danger. You may become satiated with that. I am more wise than all the people. I don't do sinful activities. I don't sit and watch TV. People are all talking Grama Katha. I don't do all that. And I am, peaceful, happy, clean. And he stops further progress. So similarly in spiritual life, we got some mercy from Srila Prabhupada, but let us keep moving forward. Not that, okay, I'm happy, I understood who is Krishna. People don't know who is Krishna. In fact, when this online course started, I was discussing this point yesterday. When amongst us we discuss, we think what is to talk? Because everybody got the mercy of Prabhupada and everybody is convinced Krishna is God. An online course starts, when you start a class, we have million questions. because they didn't get the mercy of Prabhupada. They have 1,000,000 questions. Somebody will bring that Baba, somebody that Baba. I remember I used to get so irritated. My admins, now I'll start banging. They'll mute that. No, what about that Baba? They'll mute that question itself. They know I will start scolding that person. So we totally shocked that people, because they not receive mercy from Srila Prabhupada, they are struggling with basic faith. So many people I asked, they said, I did the first level 10 times. Because they have to first get mercy. They may do 10 times, 100 times. When they get mercy of Prabhupada, then they are able to accept what is taught even in the level 1. Forget about level 2, level 3. Correct? They keep hearing. It looks nice, but difficult for a heart to immediately accept. One husband and wife had come to the temple. And they said, one class we heard that Shiva is not God, Krishna is God. We were shocked, both. We were hearing. And the next day in the morning, we used to go for morning walk. We would discuss the whole class, then sit for the next class. And then another bomb we throw. Then another shock for them. Vegetarian food is only to be eaten. We are not supposed to eat non-veg. This is all lost in the society. Imagine each element was a shock for people and they had to digest so much. In days, Prabhupada gave us the whole thing. In normal course, to come to this much level will take millions of births. Aho bato supacho vigariyan yajiva vartate namadupya. But anyway, having got it, let us not be complacent. Okay, I understood this. We feel sometimes that the class is over and at the end of the class, people thank us. We feel really some achievement. Yes, nice. Really, we could answer all kind of questions for everybody. It's shocking actually. How we didn't even study. We hear the question, hear the answer. We have answers for every question. This is mind-boggling, but let us not become complacent. If we introspectively think, we have just understood the philosophy, with the pure philosophy of Krishna consciousness, and have a trace of small faith in it. If you have full faith in the process of Krishna consciousness, see, between Kanishtadhikari, which we have started off, and Uttamadhikari, the only difference is faith. Kanishtadhikari also has faith. Uttamadhikari also has faith. But there is a huge difference in that. The Radharani's faith in Krishna and our faith. Yata tata vidhatu lampato mad prananata natu seva naparaha. It's an immense faith in Krishna. So much love and faith. So that has to grow. So we got something wonderful. We have to thank Prabhupada 1,000,000 times. And many of you are there tomorrow. It's for our own purification. Please write an offering. Okay? We will submit to Prabhupada, and you can also organize that everybody can offer to Prabhupada. It's a purification for our own self. When you glorify a pure devotee, Krishna blesses us so much. Take that opportunity. Actually, whatever is there in this movement is because of Srila Prabhupada. And I was in Delhi next to Vrindavan, never knew the value of Vrindavan. Only Acharya reveals even the dhamas. Correct? How many of us knew so many things? Correct? We knew Tulsi, but real value we came to know after Prabhupada. Everything we have come to know through him. So, why not be a gentleman? Correct? And offer some gratitude to Prabhupada. Just write Prabhupada 2 lines, Thank you so much. And not only just thank you very much, Namo Vishnu Padaya, and your unworthy disciple, thank you. No, but please, what? Thank you for what? Give some details. So others people also get encouraged, correct? That is also good. Minimum. Namo Vishnu Padaya. Thank you so much, Prabhupada, and your unworthy disciple. That's also good. But some details will be interesting, correct? Some situation where is a Prabhupada message or instruction helped you. Won't that be very nice? In fact, the Vyas Puja day in a big temple is the happiest day. So why not, we take that opportunity, all of us. Take it. So we owe to Prabhupada so much, but now let us not become complacent and continue this process. There are so many anarthas within the heart. Mana, puja, pratishtha, kutinati, all these anarthas are choking our spiritual growth. Let us come out of these anarthas and purify our heart. more and more and relish. Prabhupada says the happiest situation the guru is when the disciple advance in Krishna consciousness. You know, the happiest person, just like a doctor is very happy, a real doctor. Nowadays, doctor may not be happy. Now he's getting discharged. Now no more money. Somebody was telling me in the court, the lawyer doesn't want the case to close because his money keeps coming. Now, but a real doctor will be very happy when the patient becomes healthy. So similarly, the genuine spiritual master is so happy when the disciples start advancing his spiritual life. So why not give that pleasure to Prabhupada? He will be so happy. For that, let us come out of our little complacency. We got something, we are really privileged. We are really proud in one sense to be member of this great parampara. There was one sannyasi was taking class, so touching. His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj saying, I am so privileged today to represent this great parampara. Correct? Imagine we got everything. You know, when I went to South India, when I heard about Shi Vaishnavas, it's astounding. It's a Vaikuntha parampara. Alvas are all from Vaikuntha. There's mainly Shanta Rasa and Dasa Rasa has been taught. It's astounding. The parampara is filled with Nammalvar, Alvas, Ramanujacharya. Oh my God, such advanced devotees. It's with great respect, the genuine parampara. But what we got? Goloka parampara. If you see the Goloka chart and see all the personalities, or parampara is all those people only. Starting from the Shad Goswami, the Ramandara, everybody is the Goloka team. So astounding. What a fortune we have got now. So with this thing, Srila Prabhupada used to say, match my disciples. What does it mean? Because he knows the greatest parampara. He knows the effect on the disciples will be immense, provided we follow. Provided we stick on to the process, we're going to see immense Krishna consciousness. So now coming to our situation, by Krishna's grace, we have come to some situation, correct? I don't know, within the heart, actually Janmashtami is the day we can see within our heart, last 1 year, we all see, was there any progress? In fact, last 20 years, physically there was no progress. We were in the same rented apartment and same number of devotees. So nothing changing. So we have to really wonder, 1 more year has passed, has something changed? Our preaching opportunity, something tangible to create a better facility for preaching, nothing was happening. And whatever Krishna's desire, it was pending. Krishna is very worried. He is ready to give everything. But Krishna is worried whether devotees can handle it. But now, last year when you came, you saw this whole plot was empty. Only mud was removed. Correct? You have seen last year. Only big pits were there. And the pits we used to explain. But now the superstructure of the temple is finished. And not only that, decoration has started of the building. So, in fact, ashram is done. And as a temple, we are fully functional now. Temple is ready, the auditorium serve at the temple. The big kitchen is almost also ready. Everything is just perhaps, I hope, 1 month away. The kitchen is getting ready. On a backside of the auditorium, the office is getting ready. And for devotees to see, ashram is ready. Correct? Except guest house. Yeah, the upstairs is there. You can always come and stay. We will get more places. We have to, actually the design of the guest house is ready. They need to have one sitting with me to start. So at least we have come to a tangible facility. See, again, the facility for preaching should not become contentment itself. The end is not the temple. That's what always remember. If the end is the temple, then it will all collapse. We wanted to preach, the temple is only an instrument for that. That as a temple opulence manifest, our preaching facilities manifesting, and we should utilize. Otherwise, what is the use? It will be just halls and bricks. No, it's a facility for preaching, which we didn't have. Now we used to invite all of you where? Last time a tent was there, correct? At least this time there is place to sit, correct? And the DTs are going to move now after this class to their new place. So see the Krishnas within a year. We gave to DTs one place and we are going to give better place. And then we will pray to the Lord. We can quickly manifest. Generally what happens in ISKCON, a temple is built from within the city. Now, within the city, they will counted 20, 25 very rich people. And then general, some people middle class. So if I see any temple, किसी तरह खत्म कर दिया. Because it becomes impossible after some time to do the construction. आप paint कर दो, खत्म कर दो बस. But I feel we don't have to do like that. True? Because it is made once. It should be made so beautiful that it's like anybody coming to Mangalore, please do not miss the temple. It is so beautifully done. In Mangalore, there are experts. We don't have to search for talent. Be true. The talent available all around the world. But Mangalore itself, if you go and visit temples, the standout temples is very high. If you visited Polali temple, visited Mahalakshmi temple, Udupi temple, just look at the way they decorate. Anna? It's not walls over, no Baba. Just see how they do carving, how they, it's like eye-catching. You cannot remove your eyes. It is so beautifully done. So I wish this temple is also completed very nicely. Not just, pod diya, kuch khatam kar diya. No. And we don't have to do that because you're not limited to few people in the city. Because of the grace of this online program, the people are there all around the world. Okay? So everybody should come now, come and see the temple. In fact, the temple has come in a unique way. Just by teaching Gita, this temple has come. Except for very few donations of local people, 99% this temple is made by people who actually, out of gratitude for having learned Gita, build this temple. So also we have a plan. This temple should serve as a facility. In fact, there was recently a discussion with some colleague. They were saying what is unique that the course caught the attention of public. Because all 250 temples, we all tried it. I said there were two facets which are unique. Number one, the classes was very simple, which people could understand. We were in the level of the public, correct? Not giving very advanced, which people cannot digest. I saw many devotees that took extremely difficult. These classes where people could easily swallow that. It was at their level. And number two, the structure of the courses, which we have to improve a lot, made it, see what happens, just like you visit a temple, you hear some class, say you go to a medical college, I have been talking on this point, you attend one class, anatomy class, but you want to attend the whole course to learn systematically. And Krishna's grace, you could develop the courses. Whatever people we could retain, if only 18-day course, everybody would have gone away. But we have not done superbly, it can improve, and that is what I am desiring now, that the teachers take one batch and one batch there in the bench. And at that time, they work to improve the presentation, they work to change the quizzes, improve the quizzes, develop new courses, so that it's just like running. Without, now we have so many new teachers, they are also eager to get opportunity. I also want to take a class. Good, in rotation. We can have 6 chapters, one teacher, another 6 chapters, we can do like that. Or we can do so many ways. We can do one teacher, one batch, one teacher, one batch. So because the best of the people we are teaching, but there are so many more, we can put them in the development of core curriculum so that we have so many nice courses coming. That is unique what we can offer. Firstly, most of the temples do not have classes here. You go them, there is place for Archana, correct? And you come out. Take prasadam, that they're very nice. They give full meal prasadam here, and you come out. You feel happy. And on one level, benefit is there. Next level, some temple have a pravachana going on. But then, if you go and sit in the pravachana as a common man, you can't understand many of the things because you are in the middle of some particular chapter. You feel if there is better, somebody can organize as courses so that we can understand the whole thing. We did that. Now we should have so many courses on all the books Prabhupada has written so that the place becomes a learning center for the whole world. That will be unique. Courses which are understandable for people, and if the facility people can come and stay here, that will make the center very, very unique. Okay? And we had online, we had 500 people to run the course. Correct? I think at any time, more than 100 teachers are there and 300, 400 volunteers. Fine. 500 people are running the course. Now, if it has to be implemented offline, we need 500 people here, physically there. Offline mein online nahi chalega, physical. Correct? You go to a classroom and on TV, this teacher is taking long, you have to be physical. So we need a facility. So many of the teachers should think about how they can be here so that offline now we manifest this courses. See, definitely online benefit is there, but offline is more. Otherwise, why you came all the way, correct? We feel so different, no? Meeting personally, having prasadam, we cannot send prasadam online. So many facilities, association, opportunity for service, all these facilities manifest in the temple manifest. So imagine people are staying here, morning, just imagine the same courses now. Morning they attend Mangalarti, they attend all the program, they take prasadam, then 10 o'clock they go to the college. And we teaching Gita 18 or we are teaching whatever classes, how much nice in the temple atmosphere it will be, correct? So you can just imagine what next opportunity. When we started the 18-day course, we didn't know that it will be of any use. Maybe we thought 30, 40 people will come. That's what I thought in the first course. I thought the registration expected is 300. And I wrote in the, if we have the poster of the first batch, the class will be not more than 25 people each. I promised that. But that was not possible. There are 500 people in every class. So similarly, presently, we may not know how it will manifest when physically this university gets into action, a temple university gets into action. Yesterday, one person, we had a visitor. He is the director of a management college, my old friend. He used to give me opportunity addresses, one of the best management colleges. So we are saying, what are you going to put in the beginning entry? I say, Athada Brahma Jigyasa, the first Vedanta Sutra. Please come with questions. People go to temple just for blessings. How many people go to temple with questions, correct? But a university means people come with questions. And we have an opportunity where we educate them and it flows wonderfully. So this is what thoughts we have, how we can develop in the future. And I hope by 6 months, we finish the physical construction, the fastest. Krishna blesses us. So for Gaur Purnima, you all come again, the full facilities. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Krishna Janmashtami Maha Mahotsav ki. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Happy
Krishna.
Janmashtami Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Pranam
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Pranam
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Shastri. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna
Pranam.
Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Koti Koti
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Sadhara Pranam.
So, evening function is there, still time to come.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, coming Prabhuji.
Lights are available. Or you can see all night, okay? Thank you. Sujata Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
You finished 32 today?
Hare Krishna.
So there, 3 o'clock.
Yes, Prabhuji, I finished.
So those who missed today, 32, tomorrow, at least try. Prabhupada Vyas Puja day.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Hare
can you do Sankalpa today? Who have missed yesterday?
Huh?
Sankalpa today. You can do it today, Prabhuji, because I missed yesterday. I was in the temple, Jagannath temple.
Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Okay? When you
Okay,
talk to Gaurav Goyal Prabhu, they'll take care.